People are always shocked when I tell them that I'm married. I guess it's because I look so young. So I'm gonna tell you the story about how I met the love of my life at the age of 14. I met my husband freshman year of high school in my art class. I immediately fell head over heels for this man. Didn't take me long. Took me a 4-second interaction. The interaction though was pretty funny. Me and my friend are minding our business and he randomly blurts out, "I like balls," in front of the entire classroom. Me and him make eye contact and we laugh. And I'm like, "You like balls?" He's like, "No." But ever since then, I fell head over heels. I don't know why. I just did. But I had a major crush on him. Day one, and I'm already trying to figure out how I'm gonna make this man mine. Obsessive? Yes. We met each other in our 6th period art class, but I didn't know that we had a 2nd period together too. But that moment forward, I was trying to figure out how I was going to talk to him every single day. I told you I was obsessed. I was Joe from You. I figured out his entire schedule, I think throughout the middle of the year. Not that I was following him, I was just deducing what classes he had and which periods, which wasn't hard, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I was crazy. Like, that's crazy. I was always trying to figure out how to talk to him. My teacher kind of helped me out with that one. There was a new kid that came into our class, I want to say 2 weeks in. So she switched me from the seat that I was in, which was in the front of the classroom, to his table. Oh my God, I was ecstatic. I don't want to say anything, but like, I was ecstatic because that's the table he sat at. I don't need to figure it out anymore. I'm gonna be sitting like in his vicinity. I'm very shy once you get to know me, very timid. Once I know that we have a vibe, I'm loud. I go over and I sit at my new table. I'm sitting there, I'm really quiet. I'm just, trying to get some work done. And he goes, "Are you gonna talk?" And I go, "Do I have to?" I was trying to be flirty. I don't even think that was like my tone. I always think that the way that I say something is the way that I say it, but sometimes that's not true. I meant it in a flirty way. I was trying to flirt with this man from the get-go. Like I said previously, we had 2 classes together. I knew about our art class together, which was 6th period. Our 2nd class together was actually 2nd period social studies. I didn't know that. We were sitting on the opposite sides of the room, which is why I didn't know. Until my teacher moved us closer together. And I'm like, wait, you're telling me I have a second chance to talk to this guy? Freshman year me did not care about academics. I cared about that man solely. That's crazy, actually coming from my mouth. I thought he was super funny and awkward. He's tall, blonde, blue eyes, guys. Yeah. So the entire school year, I was trying to figure out how I was going to talk to this man in any sort of conversation, even if he was sitting at a different table. Our 2nd period teacher literally had us right behind each other. Our 6-hour teacher, your girl was too talkative, so I was being moved. Sat right behind him in 2nd hour, and he had to pass me papers and he had to turn around to look at me. Oh my God. Guys, I remember this one time. Butterflies to my stomach made me almost sick in a good way. But he turns around. I'm guessing we were having a conversation, but he turns around and he looks at me. We make eye contact for a good 10 seconds. I am really bad at eye contact, and so is he. And he went, "Your eyes are like a burnt rainforest." You're looking at my eyes though. A burnt rainforest. That's kind of like poetic and like, this man could throw a brick at me and I would love him. I just remember every single day being like, how am I going to make this guy fall in love with me? Before him, I never had any boyfriends. He was my first boyfriend. He was pretty much my first everything. So I'm trying to figure out, how am I going to rizz up this guy so that he falls in love with me and loves me forever? First off, obviously, did it successfully, look at that. But in the moment, I was like, this guy is never going to like me like the way that I like him. So fast forward towards the end of the school year, I remember being in the corridor, okay? Being like, there's 11 days left of school. I'm coming back for the bathroom, by the way. I have 11 days to make him fall in love with me. And if I don't, that's it. I may not see this guy again in any of my classes, so I need, it's go time, okay? Guys, if my makeup's patchy, it's because I'm talking to you. I never said the makeup was gonna be good. My best friend at the time, lover, me and her had decided that we were gonna wear dresses for one of the last days of school. Mind you, my dress code was baggy shirt, jeans, Converse. That was it. So a dress was very out of the norm for me. Your girl decided to go for it anyways, because why not show this man what I got? That's crazy. Drink break. I remember changing in the school bathroom because I was so nervous to change at home. I'm wearing this red lace type dress. I caught him looking. He says that he liked me before I wore the dress, obviously. We had something going. But to fast forward it a little more, I wore the dress. I didn't get dress coded, by the way. It wasn't like a really showy off kind of dress. Just enough to accentuate my curves. Even though the only curves your girl had was back rolls. But I wore that dress and Zoe mama nothing happened. Actually, though, he didn't really like say anything. I forgot if he even said anything to begin with, although I kept catching him stare at me. He was staring. The last week of school, like all the way up until the end, was pretty normal. The last day, however, I go to school like normal. I'm pretty bummed. Because I'm like, okay, mission unsuccessful. I didn't catch him. Can't catch them all, right? My dad picks me up from school. We're driving to the grocery store. Ding ding. It's an Instagram follow. That's very important. He was stalking my Instagram. He was stalking my Instagram before he followed me. This man was obsessed. He is obsessed. You know damn right. I'm trying to figure out, okay, how can I get this guy to DM me? Oh, we got that down. How am I going to get him to DM me? So I post something on my story about some like test that we had, and that sealed the bait. We get to talking. Wish I could have remembered the kinds of conversations that we had, because for I don't even know how long we were messaging each other on Instagram. We didn't give each other our phone numbers until I don't even know when. We talked for the entire summer and we made it official August 26th of 2019. Your girl was ecstatic. He actually asked me out 3 times before I actually told him yes. Reason being, I wanted to make sure that this man was gonna settle. I was trying to get through like the talking phase. Virgos lock down, okay? I had a plan in my head. So we're talking throughout the entire summer, whether he has internet or not, because he has to go up to his dad's to go visit him for the summer. And he's like, yeah, I gotta go visit my dad for the summer, but I'm going to text you. I'm gonna try my best to text you as much as I can. I might not have any internet service, but just know that I'm going to try and text you. Guys, this has me cheesing a little bit. I legit love him with all of my heart. Like, he's my best friend. He's the love of my life. He's my best friend. What more could I ask for? And I think that's very important in having a partner, is being best friends. We started dating August 26th. Our school during sophomore year started August 18, something like that. We had another class in sophomore year, so if I didn't bag him freshman year, I could have bagged him in sophomore year. You are damn right, and I would have learned that man's schedule all over again. But your girl is shy. This is her first boyfriend, like first actual boyfriend. So we hadn't really hugged, hold hands, anything like that. My friends kind of pushed me to do that, and I say friends plural because I had another friend knew about our little situation. They were fed the fuck up. They were like, you like them, they like you. Get together, damn it. Like, I'm not gonna, come on. And so that's when we finally made it official, not gonna lie. I remember our first kiss like it was yesterday, but our first kiss was in my driveway. First off, this man would walk me home from school every single day. His place was the opposite way, and he still walked me home every single day. Every single day. He didn't like me walking home by myself. I have so many Snapchats of those moments. Normally when we end up getting home, like he takes me to my place, we sit in front of my driveway and we kind of just like sit there and we talk for a little bit. That day specifically, it was raining a little bit. He's like, so when are we gonna kiss? And I'm like, I don't know. He was like, do I have to ask permission? And I was like, yeah. And then he goes, can I kiss you? And I'm like, yeah. And then we kiss each other. Oh my God. There's not a moment that goes by that I don't have butterflies for this man. It's just all crazy to me. We're gonna be married for 2 years in November. When I first saw this man, I knew from the get-go that I was going to be with him. Like, the idea of men make me uncomfortable, but my husband, I love him. And that is how I met the love of my life. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.